interpretation of balance. So instead of me cutting something very symmetrical right now, I've just switched it. So I'm going to make this my center of the haircut now. What I've done though is I've sectioned, we've got quite a lot of hair. So where I section is very important because of the round of the head. If I section too low, I'm going to leave the weight too low. Whatever you do on a haircut, there's a result. From where you stand, how you hold the hair, whatever it is, there's a result. Whenever you cut hair, there's a consequence. It does something, right? So you have to figure all those things out. So if I put the weight too low, it's going to do this too low. That's why everyone that's got long layers that's heavier in the back walks around like this, and they don't know it, because they don't see this. You just see this in the mirror. The most popular haircut in the planet is cut wrong. 99% of all hairdressers do the same thing. They pull everything forward, cut an arch for the face framing, or they lift everything up and cut short along. Now, if you were to think about that, you can do a different haircut. If you were to think about that, what that does is it leaves all the weight in the back. Right? So if it leaves all the weight in the back, then it's going to restrict how you can get body weight in the back. So what it is it's being able to understand the what, why, how, and when, and then what if. Know what you do does to somebody. Most hair cutters or hairdressers are really good blow dryers. They blow dry the styling, they don't really cut the styling. If you marry the two, your blow drying becomes easy. You're not like a Jedi trying to put volume into the back of that head with your round brush. Right? And then you don't have to have like 5 of them parked in the back of the head. Because when you get that picture on Instagram, when you do the slow mo, once it walks out the door, all those products that you put in, all that Jedi work you did, gravity just goes. Because guess what? Gravity never disappears. It's always there. So that's what you have to think about. You're working against that. I'm going to cut graduation, so I'm working against gravity. Gravity's pushing it that way, I'm going to push the weight that way. So I've decided to start at the top of the occipital because it's going to make this leaner. If I put it on the occipital, it pushes the weight out more. Again, graduation gets heavier. So if I put the weight there, it expands the head shape this way. I want to make that a little leaner and push it a bit higher. Then over the top, I'm going to have layers. What I've done is I've actually come through and sectioned completely different on this side. So I'm working from the top of the ear all the way along that top of that occipital, up along, following that parietal, low parietal. I've just gone for that because that's kind of a balance that I want to see happen in there. But generally what I do is I would go from here down to the ear, and then I wouldn't really cut so much out of here. I want to do something a bit different to that. Today's all about showing you how to cut hair without putting all the names to it, without trying to confuse you, without trying to reinvent the wheel.
So when I'm doing this haircut, I'm staying on one side the entire time. So I just worked all this side. And if you see what I did, when I got to about this region here, the hairline in the front is weaker than the hairline in the back. So in the back, you notice the hairline goes down, so there's more hair per area, so it's a lot heavier, like your weight line falls a lot heavier in the back. So one thing I see a lot of hairdressers do when they do this haircut that I just did, is they pull everything up and cut it all the way to here. They even pull this all the way up and cut it. And what that does is it completely like wisps, I hate that word, out this little front here to where there's really nothing, like there's no weight, there's nothing there to hold on to. So what I do is when I get about an inch, just depending on the density of the hair, when I get about, 1-2 inches from the ear, I just leave it, like disconnect it. Does that make sense? So I always work it up, and then when I get to about here, in this region here, I'll just leave all that down so she maintains all that length. So that's that whole point where she's like, I don't want to remove any length. Well, you saw how short I was doing those layers. I mean, it's really not that short, but in comparison to what she had, she has one length there, so everything I'm going to do right now is going to look really extreme. But when you're putting in these layers, if I pull all of it up and cut it there, it will make her look shorter. Does that make sense? So by leaving that perimeter out, you're keeping her length guaranteed. You don't have to worry about it when you blow dry it later. Because I'm sure you guys have all blow dried a haircut and there's like a hole or there's like some wispy. Wish I didn't do that. Just kind of sectioning off the areas that you want to, maintain. I'm staying on this side because everything's being cut short along this way, so I'm not gonna switch sides for this side.
So just because I want to catch you where I'm at, I've already started cutting. I'm taking a vertical section, starting at that corner.